This is my entire PSA submission process. First thing I do is figure out which cards I'm interested in grading. Then I sort them into two piles, less than $100 as a PSA 10 and more than $100 as a PSA 10. How do I figure out the card's pricing? I go onto eBay and search the card's name, PSA 10. Then I hit filter, then I hit sold items. That is how I can see what this card has been selling for as a 10. I'm only sending the cards that would be over $100 as a PSA 10 because this shit costs $25 per card and it is a waste of money if you do anything less than that. Next, I pre-grade all of my cards with digital grading AI. As you can see here, this is what the cards were graded. I always send in my cards that are 9.5 or above because they have the best shot at getting a PSA 10. Sometimes I will risk it and send in a 9 just in case my PSA grader is in a good mood because they got cracked the night before grading. After I decide which cards to grade, I'm going to remove it from its sleeve, wipe this bitch down with a dry microfiber towel. If you don't have a microfiber towel, honestly, just like wipe it with your finger. I know I'm gonna get yelled at, but just like get the dust off. Grab a brand new penny sleeve and a card saver. PSA wants you to submit cards in card savers, not top loaders. I got these from Goat Armor because I'm loyal. Now we gotta register these babies with PSA. Type in your card's name. For example, this one is Flareon EX, and then you're going to type in the set name. For this, it is Prismatic Evolutions, which the code is PRE. For Scarlet and Violet, you can figure that out by looking at the bottom corner. See how it says PRE right there? For the love of God, make sure you submit in the right language. We have different pricing tiers for submitting to PSA. There are 2 member tiers that is for Collectors Club only. That is $18.99 for TCG bulk or $19.99 for value bulk. For both of those tiers, you have to send in at least 20 cards minimum. If you're doing less than that, then your best bet is Value at $24.99. Value Plus is $39.99, but it ships your card a little quicker. It takes 20 business days instead of 40 days. Then we got some other tiers that range from $60 to $600 per card. Now, how do you know which one you should pick? For most of them, you are going to do value. But for the cards that are more expensive than $500 as a PSA 10, you are going to pick a different one. The reason is because PSA insures the shipping back. So for example, if you pick value, you're only going to insure up to $500, meaning that if you send in a PSA 10 Umbreon, the insured value is going to be higher and they will be upcharging you. So you might as well pay a little more upfront because then you will get the card back faster. Now that we have all of our cards registered, we are going to submit. Now I am going to drop my cards at an in-person event today because I do not like paying for shipping or insurance to PSA. If you Google PSA drop-off event and you hit this link, you will see the calendar of in-person drop-off events for PSA. If you have one in your area, I would recommend dropping it off in person. If you don't have one in your area, you're gonna have to mail it in. I'm sorry. I would insure the package if it's expensive though. Now let's prep the cards to be dropped off. You need to stack your card savers in order and put them in between 2 protective pieces and rubber band them down. If you don't have something like this, you can use a cardboard box that you like cut up. I put my order form right here. I'm gonna put a little bubble wrap around this, put this in the box, and then we're gonna go to PSA. Off to PSA we go. Dropping it off only takes like a minute. Now we wait.